we them ninjas, yeah. Chop it up like a blender, quick, fast, cut your grass, yeah. Chop it up like a blender, quick, fast, cut your grass, yeah. Chop it up like a blender. Saving green, be the team, we gon' pull up on the scene. Cut your grass by any means. It started out as just a dream, like Biggie. Now we the best in the city, like Biggie. Now we the best in the city. Pull up, pull up, pull up.
How you ninjas doing? What's going on? You doing okay? Hey, you want to hear something freaky? You want to hear a freaky story? Let me tell you about a freaky story. Picked up a new account right here. New wannabe ninja is right up there. Just started trimming, edging. I told him go ahead and knock out the front, and by that time I'll be done with you ninjas. And so that way we're not in each other's way, because it's really a small size of a front yard here, but the back is a good size on a hill, slopey, hilly, slope hilly, and the backyard is overgrown. Hasn't been cut probably in a month with all the rain we've had. It's crazy. But that's not the freaky part of this yard or story. Are you ready, ninjas? Are you ready? I know you're ready. I got a request to check out the yard. Didn't think nothing of it. You know, I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I'll check it out when I'm in the neighborhood and take a look at it. I pulled up, and this was like this last weekend, I believe, or maybe beginning of this last week. Yeah, it was the weekend. And I pulled up, and there was a guy sitting right over there. I don't know if that's his blue truck or not. And he was on the phone, so I was like, I'm not gonna bother him, you know, let him finish his phone conversation. I start walking around, taking a look at the yard. He gets off the phone, walks over to me, and he goes, "But Nick!" And I froze. I wanted to say, "Don't give me that, but Nick," but I didn't. So this ninja walks up to me, you know, we introduce each other, and I'm like, what's going on here? He just moved all the way, don't hold me to this, I want to say Virginia or Vermont, something like that. All the way from up northeast, east, north, northeast, you know what I'm saying, different state, all the way down here just to get his yard cut by the ninjas. I'm just kidding. But he really did move down here, and he said, man, I've been watching you for a while, and turned out I was moving where you are, and so here we are. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to keep this yard on schedule all year or the rest of the year, but for now, you know, we're going to take care of it for him. That's pretty cool, man. How often does that happen? I think that's pretty cool, right? Somebody from out of state moves here that knows you, watches your videos, and then all of a sudden now requires your service. It's pretty neat. Anyway, that's freaky. I mean, you got to admit, ninjas, that's freaky. But I want to talk to you. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm going to go ahead and mention it before I take off. But I'll come back to you, ninjas. Don't worry. Don't worry. I had a YouTuber call me yesterday, and I felt like this was really a good topic, and I wanted to share with all of you ninjas, because he is a fellow YouTuber who makes videos. A lot of you probably already know him. I'm not going to mention his name because I don't want to throw out his business like that, but I will cover the topic, okay? Because a lot of us might be going through this. So he called me up in basically some distress and wanted some input, in my opinion, and the situation that he's currently going through with this particular customer of his. He is from out of state, and he's up north, actually. And, you know, I just... What's up?
I'll grab my knife.
Ah, need more strain?
Yep.
So he was in some distress and really concerned and freaking out, and I kind of had to stop what I was doing. He caught me in the middle of the, you know, I was weed eating a yard, trimming a yard, and I normally don't answer when I'm working, but this was like the second or third time he was calling me while I'm in the middle of mowing and trimming and all this stuff. So I finally was like, okay, I just stopped what I'm doing in the middle of the yard, and I answered, and we talked. So, you know, and then I don't know, I felt like a lot of us might be going through this. So and if we're not going through it now, at some point we may have gone through this. And for those of you who have not gone through anything like this, if you're just starting out in your business, even though he's not, he's been in business for a little while, but if you are just starting out, you know, I feel like this is something good to cover. Even though I've kind of touched on this a little bit in some previous videos, but I feel like it's really good to cover again and just remind all of us that, you know, you're in charge. Anyway, I got to get going. Now ninjas, if you are wondering what poison sumac looks like, it's all around me right now. And I do believe that I break out from it, so I can't remember, but I don't want to touch it or risk it. Now poison ivy will have your regular 3 leaves, kind of like that. See how they're 3 separated? All right. Poison sumac is 3 edges, but 1 leaf. And how you can always tell is they have very, very sharp ends, very pointy, and they have even little cutouts through the sides over here. See right there? So that's poison sumac. Some people are not allergic to it, and some are. I can't remember. I know poison ivy, just about anybody you touch it, it's gonna, you know, you'll have breakouts, but I can't remember if I am the same way with poison sumac or not, but I don't want to risk it. So I was just telling him I did not expect him to do all of this. I was like, hey, we just need to make a little progress, you know, hit it a little bit with a weed eater, keep your distance. And what does he do? He goes crazy on this. I'm back. Hey, what's today? Thursday. No, wait. When was the last time you picked up the videos, Nick? The camera? I think it was like the last Freaky Friday. Yeah. And I was supposed to come back and finish a story for you ninjas? Yeah. What happened? I've been busy, ninjas. I've been busy, man. Hey, I haven't forgotten, so we're gonna go ahead and pick it up right where we stopped, even though beginning of this video you heard me say Freaky Friday, but it's really Thirsty Thursday. Hey, let me finish the story real quick. By the way, just pulled up at this neighborhood. A lot of you have seen it before. This is a big neighborhood. I got quite a few houses in here. These 2 right here, I have mowed this one before. That silver car over there, that's one of them. I mowed this one occasionally from time to time. Used to mow that. I've just about mowed every single house in this neighborhood. Used to mow that one over there until it's sold. Well, I think it's like being rented out now. Got that one over there, that blue one. Well, like bluish, yeah. A couple more over there. And then now, this one just sold. And they reached out to me and I said, hey, I'll check it out when I'm here mowing in the neighborhood. It's pretty overgrown. Well, you can, I don't know how much you can see the sun right there. I might take you with me when I do a little quick walk around. It's really overgrown. It's really tall. They want the mowing to get on schedule. They want the shrubbery trimming and stuff. I have told them, I said, hey, as far as the shrubbery goes, I am behind. I'm a few weeks out. But at least we can get you on the mowing going. Yeah. Well, anyway, once I check it out, I'll get back to them and see if I'll end up getting this one or not. I had another one walk up to me. Drive. They didn't walk up to me. They drove up and they stopped. They were supposed to pass. They were waiting for another car to pass by. And I was kind of waiting for both cars to pass by. And then I'm like noticing this other car is not passing by. Even that first car already drove off. Am I making any sense here? Anyway, and then I turn around, the guy's right there. He's like, hey, he looks at the truck, looks at me. Are you the owner? Yes, sir. He's like, do I just call that number? How do I get a quote? I'm like, let me get you a business card. Okay. So I go in the truck and give him a business card. I was like, I can't do nothing today. I can't even come by and check it out. I was like, but if you text me your name and address, you know, I'll be by this neighborhood or in this area by this weekend. So maybe I'll come check it out. And then he texts me and goes, hey man, my name is such and such. I'd like a one-time quote. Do y'all do one-time quotes? At this point, I don't really do one-time quotes anymore. Or one-time mows. I need a one-time mow. And then he adds, possibly could be more. Really? So I don't know. I haven't returned. I'm gonna drive by and look at it, and I think if it's just like the front yard, I think he said something maybe just the front yard. So if it's something super easy, I may do it, you know, why not? But if it's pretty difficult or challenging or really tall or overgrown, I may just pass it, because I'm not about that anymore. I don't do one-time quotes anymore. And here's why. I've got way too many yards that are just ongoing regular accounts, and you know, those one-time customers, and they'll never call you again, will affect my schedule to get to my regular customers. Yeah. But anyway, to get to that story, before I never got back to the camera, I've been really busy, ninjas. A lot's happened. You've seen the last video, of course, what happened. And so, you know, it is what it is. But, so, I had a YouTuber call me. He was like, "But Nick," I'm like, dude, really? You can just tell me why you're calling me without doing that whole little, "But Nick." He's like, "I'm sorry, man, I can't help it." Now, why does he sound like that potential customer trouble? Anyway, I was like, "What's up, man?" I was like, "Dude, you're blowing up my phone, man. I've been mowing and weed eating. This is like your second, third, fourth time you're calling." I said, "I'm just trying to make some money, man. What do you want?" No, I'm just kidding. But still, like, what's up? And he's like, "Listen, man, I got a problem." I said, "What's the problem?" He's like, "I got this customer of mine, and she's being a real a-hole." I said, "What else is new?" I mean, you know, you're gonna come across customers like this, so what's the deal? And he's like, "Well, you know, she's being so picky about her yards. Nick, I've just gone out of my way to satisfy her needs. I've even bought a shoe blocker because she complained that we would get grass in the beds, and I would shoot away from the beds, and apparently that she would always find a clipping or two, and then she'd call me and tell me I missed the spot here and I missed the spot over there, and she would basically demand that I turn around or stop what I'm doing and come back to her house and get that spot, and Nick, I don't even know what to do anymore, Nick. What do I do? What do I do? But Nick." And you know, I'm like, "Bro, what is you doing, man? What is you doing? Dude, take control of your business. Take charge of your business." I've covered this before, and I've talked about this before, but this is a pretty big, you know, important topic, I guess, to cover and remind all of us, including myself, again, how important this is. Look, I get it when we're starting the business and we're trying to get every clientele and we're trying to get every house we can. And, you know, I was there, ninjas. I started with a freaking push mower. And yes, I still got that push mower. For any of you who have missed those videos or that might have missed those videos, I still got that push mower. I started with a push mower, man. I mean, I was praying that I would just get any and every yard. And looking back on it now, the yards that I used to do for the price that I used to do, I mean, I'm laughing like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that for that price. I'd never do it again, especially the crappy equipment that I had at the time. Well, it wasn't crappy, but it wasn't good enough equipment for that kind of a yard or the kind of overgrown yards that I would take on. So, you know, I was like, I get it. Like, we go through this as we're trying to build this business, but the sooner you put this inside your head, the better off you will be and the more successful you will be down the road. You have to take charge of your business, ninjas. These people don't own you. I'm not sitting here and saying you need to go and be disrespectful to anybody. You got to carry a respectful business relationship. And with some customers, you'll get a little bit closer, and some of them you might even be household friends, but you can't be like that with all of them. And the rest, the ones that you're not with, just keep a professional relationship. Don't let anybody run you around. And I'm not holding this against the customers, because I've had this happen to me. I think this is human nature, man. People, if they see, and I told this to him, I said, listen, man, she's already sensed that you have literally ran to do everything and anything that she's asked you to do. He's like, yeah, man, I've gone out of my way and I've tried to make her happy every time she's done something. I've turned around and come back and fixed it. And I'm like, that's the problem. There it is. She's jerking you around. You know, it's human nature. If you see somebody that's a weak point, or you know, you want to, you want to, hey man, hey, you missed the spot, man, hey man, Hey, you missed a spot over there. Hey, you coming back? I see a spot over there in the corner all the way from my kitchen window. You gonna come get it? I'm just telling you, look, it's human nature. I was like, dude, take control of your business. Okay? I was like, stop trying. He's like, I just can't satisfy her, man. Why does he sound like that guy that drove up to me? I don't know. I can't satisfy her, man. I've tried all this. I've tried all that. I know he's going to be watching this video. He's probably going to be cracking up. But I'm like, bro, take control of your business. Stop. Look, some people you can make happy and some you can't. And you got to realize real quickly, if you're doing everything possible, the best that you can, and you still can't satisfy certain people, you need to part ways. And I told him, I said, bro, I'm kind of blaming you a little bit. You saw the problem early on, didn't you? Yeah. I was like, why haven't you moved on? Why haven't you had this conversation with her and said, hey, you know, I can't satisfy you. So it's not fair for you to pay me your money if I can't satisfy you, and it's not fair for me to take your money if I can't satisfy, you know, and make you happy. A happy customer. So, you know, he's like, should I go ahead and part ways with her? Yeah. Yeah, man. You should have done that long time ago. I mean, come on. I was like, bro, how many accounts have I lost in the course of last 10, 12, 13 years? 13. Have I been in business that long? Damn. Dang, man. I have been in business that long. And now that I think about it, do you know how many people I have come across, and so many people that I have till this day that I still service? And then so many people that I, you know, I don't even think about anymore until I come across their neighborhood or pass by or something. I'm like, oh yeah, I used to have a house over there that I used to mow. What I'm saying is, you're gonna come across all kinds of people, man. I had one, this is gonna turn into a long story again, but I had one customer, and she would literally once a month try to pull, and I'll have a separate video on this, but she literally pull me off to the side once a month, and she'll have these little pep talks with me. She'll have these little pep talks with me. I was like, who the heck do you think I am? And she'd be like, don't do, you know, and don't be having this done, and make sure that doesn't get repeated, and make sure that doesn't get repeated, and make sure this doesn't happen, and make sure that gets touched over there, and make sure, you know, you need to be doing a better job, you know, I'm paying you quality money, you know. And for a little while, ninjas, I took it. I'm not gonna lie. I was listening to the crazy woman. And then one day, well, let's just say I wasn't listening to her anymore. She came up to me and she kind of like, you know, she pulled me like this, you know, like, come here. I'm like, don't pull my shirt. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't, I was like, I didn't mean nothing by it. I'm like, oh, no, you know, don't pull my shirt. What's up? And she tried to get into that whole little spiel again. And I was like, listen, this cut right now makes us even, because she was supposed to have paid me that day for the following month. I was like, we're even. You don't owe me nothing anymore, and I don't owe you anything anymore. I can't satisfy you, and I sure as heck, I'm not gonna put up with these monthly pep talks. I'm sorry, that's just, you know, my husband's been pointing out stuff that needs to be, you know, that you're missing. I was like, you know, it's fine. But I'm telling you right now, I'm done. So, you have to take control of your business. Do not let these customers run you. And I mean that in no bad way to all the good customers we all have out there. Like, you shouldn't run your customers, and your customers shouldn't run you. You guys should have a business relationship. And like I said, with some of them, you'll get a more personal and friendlier, and some of them you might become household friends, but with most of them, you will never get to that level, nor do they care to get to that level with you, which is perfectly fine. I didn't go around here trying to cut people's yards so we can become besties. You know, if that happens, great. But you know what? I'm around here to make money. And what are you here for? And I told him that. What are you doing? He's like, well, I'm just trying to grow my business. I'm trying to get it. I was like, I know, man, but you got to go out and find these other customers that are willing to pay top dollar for a great service, and you're not going to have this headache. Stop. Yeah, Nick. Yeah, you're right. Ah, you're right. I mean, come on, man. I got to get going. Not sure if I'm going to record any mowing. Why? Because I got to be going. I'm in a good mood. Yesterday I did 18. That's right, I had a very short route density. Hey, That's one of my customers. She's leaving. Yesterday I had a very short route density and I did 18, but I was literally like finishing my last yard at like 9:15 p.m. Lights were on, you know, sun's down, and yeah, it's crazy. But I did an Instagram story post and I was sharing with people. But you can make some really good money in this business, and you know, as long as you're willing to work. It gets hot. Look, it's 96 right now because I'm parked in the shade, but when I'm as I was driving here, it was reading 100, 101. So, you know, it gets hot, it gets muggy, it gets a little tiring. I get it. And you know, but look, you can make some really good money on this. So if you're really thinking about starting this business, don't wait. You do it now. And there's never a wrong time to start this business. Some people would say I started my business in the worst timing ever. I think it was like September, October. It was already end of the year, end of the season at least. But I started it. Didn't have too much success because we were literally going into the winter. But, you know, I was throwing out flowers. I was getting my name out there as much as I can. And voila, here I am 12, 13 years later. More work than I can handle, which is a blessing. And, you know, I'm thankful each and every day to God that he allows me to wake up, get up, come out here, do what I love, enjoy, and reaps the rewards. Like he gives me all the things that my hard work is able to provide for me, you know, new equipment, dependable equipment, come across awesome people, and provide for my family and I. You know, there's just a lot of good things. So you can definitely make a really good living in this business if that's something you are considering. All right, enough chitter chatter. If I don't record nothing else, this is where we're going to stop this video. I am going to be back on the videos, of course, but and I'll still have my little short clips here and there. Just depends how I feel and how my schedule looks. Yeah, that's good. I gotta go. Okay. Take care, ninjas. Yeah, I'm not gonna record anything. It's 5:30. I gotta go. Appreciate you joining in another one. And check me out on Instagram, sg_ninjas_official. I might share on Instagram as I walk around this new property over here. Wapacha. Peace.
Saving green, be the team, we gon' pull up on the scene. Cut your grass by any means. It started out as just a dream. Like Biggie, now we the best in the city. Like Biggie, now we the best in the city. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Saving green, yeah.